Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you stopped by. And if you are brand new here, allow me to say welcome. Why don't you grab a seat and stay a while? And as long as you're here, do me a couple favors. Go down and hit that subscribe button. And make sure to ring that notification bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're of the 800 plus regulars here, welcome back for another round. As you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because we all know YouTube does love those comments. And of course, as always, share this video with your friends on all social media. My socials, you can find me on X, and the link to that fabulous Joker Voice merch store you can find down below in the description. Also want to give a shout out once again to the fabulous work for the thumbnail. That is Mr. Jacob Ironside. And Burr, it's getting chilly over in the WWE during these hot summer months. WWE has decided to take talent that is seemingly or was seemingly on a fast track to superstardom. We're talking baby faces with all the momentum in the world, or heels with just nuclear level heat. And for all intents and purposes, they've put them on ice. Now, tonight on Wednesday Nights Overbooked, as you saw the thumbnail, myself and the guys will be talking about a specific talent that has been put on ice. And we'll be giving our speculations as to why, and possibly, is there any hope to rekindle that spark that was once there?
This is gonna be good.
So as I said, each of us will individually be giving our takes and speculations as to one of the four talents that you see on the thumbnail. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to give my thoughts, and we'll see how we compare notes later on tonight. Now, we're just going to go in order like we do, going around the horn. And tonight, Mr. Left Eye Ego will be talking about Bron Breaker of the Vision, a faction that, frankly, has been cursed. I mean, it has just been plagued with injury upon injury upon injury. However, the injury to Seth Rollins when he went down, this pushed Bron Breaker right up into the main event scene. Now, Seth even getting ousted, leaving Braun and Bronson Reed, and then they added in Logan Paul and eventually Austin Theory. Now, at the start of the year, Bron Breaker was as hot as he could ever have been. He's challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk. He himself goes down with an injury, does not get seen again until WrestleMania. And then Bronson Reed gets an injury. And then it's just soon after Bron Breaker makes his return at WrestleMania, Logan Paul goes down with a tricep injury. And at the time, he is one half of the tag team champions. So the WWE decides to freebird the World Tag Team Championships, and now Bron Breaker is one half of a tag team in a division that, frankly, for all intents and purposes, is dead. And then you had the on-screen teasing of Maxine Dupree and Theory, and then finally Maxine Dupree makes it official. She joins the Vision. This then shifts the entire focus off of Bron Breaker, where it was supposed to be, and puts it on Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory. I mean, even in storyline, Paul Heyman has had to step away from this faction. However, all that aside, when Braun went down with that hernia injury, one of the big reasons is somebody took Bron Breaker's spot as the hot new top guy in the company, and that person is not giving it back any time soon.
Your ruler has arrived.
That's going to bring us to Bradley Burnett, aka Duke Devil 95, and he will be offering tonight his take on the Ring General, Gunther. Now, admittedly, the loss to Jey Uso at WrestleMania did take some luster off the shine that he had been getting. Then, after that, to rebuild it, Gunther became essentially the Thanos of the WWE. And instead of collecting Infinity Stones, he began collecting retirements. Now, this started with the final match, the retirement match for Goldberg at Saturday Night's Main Event. A few months later, the retirement and John Cena's last match. And then just a month after that at the Royal Rumble, the latest retirement he collected was of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Again, all of this in a few months' time. Now, the problem is when there is no one left to retire, where do you go from there? So, in my opinion, as to why Gunther has been put on ice, WWE Creative, in giving him this gimmick of the career killer, has booked his character into what is essentially a dead end.
Obviously.
Next is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, and Matt the Unbearable 73 will be taking a look at his rise and his current state of just meh. Now, speaking for myself, Jacob had an absolutely fantastic debut on SmackDown. Now, WWE did pull back a little bit, putting him with Solo and the Tongans, but it wasn't enough to where they completely nerfed him. Instead, his presentation became the anticipation of what would happen whenever Jacob Fatu got into the ring. I mean, he even had a brief title run as United States champion, but when it was clear that he was never going to get into that main event scene on Friday night, he was shifted over to Monday Night Raw. And unfortunately, instead of going into a program on his own, he got put into a program with his real life cousin, Roman Reigns. This is a feud that he was never going to come out on top of, as he lost not one, but two consecutive premium live event main events to Roman Reigns and lost them clean. I think the most damage has been when Michael Cole said this infamous line, "The werewolf has been neutered."
It's wrong.
Finally, that leaves yours truly right here. Now, I originally was just going to sit out this segment, just kind of moderate it and let the guys do their thing. But after what I saw this past Friday and what the WWE did to Jacy Jayne, well, I just had to step in on this. Now, I, like most folks, upon hearing that when she won the NXT Women's Championship from Stephanie Becker, my response was like most people's. Jacy Jayne? Jacy Jayne? And I am happy to say that I was wrong on this because since then, she has completely won me over by putting together a very solid run at NXT as the women's champion. I mean, even at one point, holding both women's titles from NXT and TNA. So I was very excited, genuinely excited for her and the girls from Fatal Influence to make their main roster debut. And boy, howdy, did they have a debut. They are causing chaos all over the place. They challenged and eventually ganged up on Women's WWE Champion Rhea Ripley. And for the next 2 weeks, Jacy Jayne got pinfall victories over Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I mean, just strap a rocket to this girl already. Now, the group did eventually get their first loss, which this led to a slew of loss after loss after loss upon loss upon loss. And this past Friday, Jacy Jayne in a qualifying match with U.S. champion Tiffany Stratton to go to a match for the interim WWE Women's Championship. She didn't even win that. So all that momentum that she had coming into the main roster has been ground to an absolute halt. Now, maybe Jacy Jayne and the girls have gained some of that momentum back as this past Saturday, Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley grabbed the women's tag team championships. Hopefully, the momentum is back on their side.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure about this, but time will tell. But these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours down below in the comments. And be sure to absolutely tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel, where me and the guys are talking about this and a whole lot more. Believe you me, all of that on Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you're having a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Till next time.
Toodles! I say you better